This is my full in-depth review of the brand new Cleveland RTX4 wedges. These have come out with more spin than ever. This is what Cleveland are claiming, and I'm going to test them out on the golf course and in the academy on GCQuad. Hi guys, it's Rick Shiels down here at Quest Golf Academy. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of the videos. Also make sure you hit the like if you enjoy this video and comment down below what do you think of these Cleveland RTX4 wedges, and share this video around with someone who struggles with their wedges. These wedges might just help them. And also check me out on Instagram at Rick Shiels PGA. You want to be checking me out on there to see what is coming up on the channel next. So as soon as I think about Cleveland Golf, I think about wedges. They've made wedges for many years and they've always been incredible quality. I've tested the RTX 2.0, the RTX 3, and now testing the RTX 4, and they have impressed me every single time. And it has to be said, the RTX 4, in my opinion, are the best looking wedges Cleveland have ever made. Simple, gorgeous designs, really classic as well. And they come in 3 different finishes: Tour Satin, Black Satin, and Tour Raw. I'm going to take Tour Satin and Black Satin out on the golf course, but let's talk about what's changed. What are Cleveland claiming has changed on these wedges to make them any better? Well, the first thing they're saying is that the new grooves are going to increase the spin. And it has to be said, when looking down on the face, the grooves look incredible. They look so sharp. They go all the way to the end of the toe. So even if you caught one out the toe as well, there's going to be some elements of spin being presented out there instead of it just normally being shiny. They've also said that there's now more versatility than ever before, giving you more grind options and bounce options. And they're claiming that lowest bounce available on the market at only 3 degrees, which is super low bounce for mega tight lies. I don't think loads of people are going to be using that one though, but it's there, it's an option. The other thing they've managed to do as well is move this field balance technology into even more of a centered position. So how they've done that, they've shortened the hosel and moved the weight right smack bang behind the center of the club face, which makes a lot of sense to give you the best feel, because these aren't forged wedges. But I must admit, when I tested them, they feel great. And that moves us quite nicely into the golf course. Out on the golf course, I did loads of shots around the green in bunkers and pitch shots, longer shots as well, to see how they performed before coming back into the Golf Academy to test it on GCQuad. And the first thing that I noticed, and I'm not the most confident chipper in the world, it has to be said, but when I put these clubs down by the ball, for some reason they increased my confidence level. They looked great behind the ball. The way that the club made turf interaction, the way that it didn't dig into the ground too much, again gave me huge confidence. And the fact that the grooves just look like they are going to be loaded full of spin gave me huge confidence. And I saw that shot and shot around the green, off tight lies, off rough lies, out of bunkers, and the pitch shots from 50 and out to 100 yards, the ball was spinning like crazy and gave me again huge confidence that I could start getting close to pins and be able to control the ball flight, control the golf shot that I wanted to play. High praise indeed. And my personal favourite of the finishes was actually the Black Satin. I love that finish. And normally black wedges for me feel a little bit harder for whatever reason, but this didn't so. This actually felt just as good as the Chrome one as well, or the Tour Satin. And then getting back into the academy, I came on GCQuad to see what the spin numbers were actually performing like. So I hit 100-yard shots with the 56 degrees, and I was getting some great numbers, 10,500 RPM spin. I was using a Pro V1. Not the highest spin I've ever had on a wedge from this test, but appropriate enough, over 10,000, which is great, hitting in the box perfectly. I also pitch them out there at 50 yards. And for a 50-yard shot, I normally like to see about 5,000 spin. And this was getting near to 5,500 RPM spin. So on the testing on the indoor with GCQuad as well, it ticked the boxes. It did everything it needed to do. So price, £129 per wedge. And in this market, I don't think that's too bad. I think that's about average for a wedge. Unlike some other brands that are bringing out wedges that are £200, for £129, they're doing exactly what they need to do. Loads of positives. Negatives. The one thing that I noticed when testing them out on the golf course and having them in the academy is the wear and tear on the wedges isn't great. There were some big dints across the back of the RTX4 on the Tour Satin. There were some marks that, for me, if I've only had them in the bag for, let's say, 3 or 4 days, they've damaged up more than I would feel comfortable with. The Black Satin hasn't seemed to have damaged as much. Now, it might be just because it didn't get dinged or banged with other golf clubs, but it seems to have held its finish much longer. The tour satin, and I'm normally much more of a chrome fan with wedges, this has really marked up, and I'll try and show some close-ups of that. As a summary of the wedges, the RTX4, I think they're great wedges. They look fantastic. They performed great, as you saw on the golf course and you saw in the golf academy as well. I think the price is very reasonable, and I think for many golfers, just a simple classic wedge with loads of different grind options and bounce options is going to help. If you're unsure about bounce options and grind options, get fitted. It's always highly recommended with a wedge, as wedge fittings are becoming way more popular these days, not only to get the correct gapping for your wedges, but to also make sure that you're using the correct bounce for the type of turf you play off. So important, and it could make the biggest difference to your short game. I think the wedges are great. I think they look fantastic. Would they go in my bag? Yes, I'm sure you could tell from the review. I've been raving about these, and I think they are superb. The best Cleveland wedges I've tested ever. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of the videos. Hit that bell icon so you're notified as soon as I release a new one. Leave me a comment down below. What's your favourite wedge, and do you like the Cleveland wedges? Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned, lots more to come. And that was my full review of the new Cleveland RTX4 wedges.